Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you made it today and decided to stop by. So, haven't done this in a while. It's the new year, which means new video, new content, new ideas that I have for you guys on this channel. So I hope that you stay tuned and decide to subscribe so that you will I hope that you stay tuned and decide to subscribe so that you will always be a part of this booktube family that I got going on. So stay tuned. Okay. Now that it is a new year, I wanted to give you guys a video of all my 4-star reads, and some of these include books that I've already read this year because we're not even through the end of February and I've already read, I think, 8 books or 9 books. I've been a little busy with audiobooks. That's fine. It is what it is. So with that being said, I will be reading and giving you guys book recommendations of all my 4-star reads. I am very strict on my ratings, so these weren't necessarily a 5-star like, oh my gosh, I love everything about them, but they were phenomenal enough to rate a 4-star read. And I say 4-star, but this could be like 4.5, 4.8, 4.9, whatever, like some in between of those. So yeah, guys, I will be giving you like the detail like right in this area of like 4 point blank. And yeah, guys. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Inheritance games. Inheritance games. Prison healer. Where's the lost ticket? The lost ticket. In Caraval, I only have the first one. Iron Flame. That's my jacked up one. Iron Flame. The Samurai Turned Pretty I don't have. All mine. Serpent and the Wings of Night. Belladonna, and It Ends With Us. I do have It Ends With Us now. Okay. 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 Alright. First up is a book that I have read this year, and it is The Inheritance Games. This book took me by surprise because I rated it 4 stars because it was, for me, it started off really good, but somewhere like in the middle, I was like, okay, like it felt like it was like dragging on. I was like, I was fighting tooth and nail to finish it, but then the ending was phenomenal. If you don't know what Inheritance Games is about, it is about a girl named Avery, and she basically, like, she's in school and she gets a call to come to the office. Fast forward, she finds out that she is in this inheritance of this man that she's never even heard of, has no idea who he is, and he is leaving her a certain amount of money. Well, in the will, I believe it says, okay, this might contain spoilers, guys, I don't know. But in the will, it basically says that she has to live in this house for a year with all of the people that got basically left out of the fortune. So she basically has people trying to end her life and things of that sort. So it is a good book. Pick it up. It's in a series. I believe the series is, if I'm not mistaken, there's 4 in the series. I will be continuing the series as soon as I can. Next up is another book that I fell in love with. I rated this one a high 4-star just because I was in it the entire time. And if this book, I don't believe that this book is a movie or a TV show, but if it isn't, it needs to be one because it will be a phenomenal movie or TV show. And it is The Prison Healer. I love this book. It was so good. I enjoyed it. Basically, if you commit a crime in this town, hold on, here at Zalendals, but what's the town called? Okay, basically, if you commit a crime, you get taken to a place called Zalendal, which is basically like a death sentence. You're there forever, and you're working and doing stuff around the place. Like some people are like medics, some people are working in the mines, things of that sort. Basically, if you work in the mines, like, is a death sentence. But anyways, what else? There's a guy that comes in and he is supposedly, no, scratch it. Kiva meets this fella and they go through all of these trials and ordeals, and the Rebel Queen comes and is supposed to do this, like, these tasks, and it's basically, it literally is like a death sentence, and the way they give you stuff that you won't pass, and in order to, what does it say? Okay, scratch it. So this Rebel Queen comes in and they sentence her to a trial by ordeal, which is like the worst of the worst. People get it. And they give you trials that they know that you will not succeed in. But anyway, so the lady, Heather? The Rebel Queen is very sick and it doesn't seem like she's going to be able to do the trials. So then Christian, honey, my husband's doing dishes, so if you hear banging around, I'm really sorry. So basically, Kiva takes her place and does these trials, and so you basically try to see if she's gonna make it or does she die, things of that sort. So pick it up. It's a great book. I love it so much. Phenomenal. I don't have that one physically. Okay, the Lost Ticket. This next book, guys, I loved it so much. I really did. I loved it. I loved it. And I heard about this book from, I don't remember her name, but I'll make sure to put it here in this area of who it was, who the YouTuber was, because if she ever sees this, thank you for suggesting it to me because I love this book. It was a high 4 for me. I didn't rate it 5 stars because I feel like it was lacking in some areas, very few areas, but still lacking. If I rate a book a 5-star or a 6-star, it's like I wouldn't change anything, you know? Do you know what I mean? Anyways, so that book is, and I'm sure since I'm moving around a lot, I'm sure since I'm moving around a lot, you've already seen it, but it is The Lost Ticket by Freya Sampson. I don't think I've been reading the other authors' names. I'm sorry. Well, by it. Anyways, this is a great book. In 1962, wait, what's his name? Frank. In 1962, a man named Frank meets this girl on the bus, and she is an artist. And he ends up, basically, to wrap it up, falls in love with her on the spot. Well, she writes her number down on the ticket, and hence the lost ticket. He loses the ticket. And so he spends all of these years riding this 88 bus, trying to find this woman. And, so, fast forward many years later, a girl named Libby gets onto the bus and she ends up meeting Frank, and he, later down the line, he tells her his story and she helps him on this journey to find his lady. And it is a phenomenal, heartfelt, lovey-dovey book. I love it so much. fantastic. Caraval Series. Okay. So I don't have the entire Caraval series physically, but this is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know why I said it like that. Scarlett and Donatella. In this book, you follow Scarlett and Donatella as they go through all of these trials trying to win Caraval. In Caraval, it's Scarlett trying to win the game, and she's trying to find her sister Donatella that has been taken. And the only way that she can get to her sister is if she wins Caraval. And so you go with her through this entire crazy wild ride. Great book. Love it. Okay. If you are not new to my channel, if you have seen my videos, you know how much I love Fourth Wing. So to say this really broke my heart because Fourth Wing was a 6-star read for me, but to me, Iron Flame flopped. It flopped for me, and I hate saying that because I love Rebecca Yarros. But to me, it was definitely a flop. This is a low 4 for me. I rated it at least 4 stars. I was going to rate it 3 stars, like in the 3 area. But I love Rebecca Yarros so much, and I have so much respect for her. And it still held my attention. So it did deserve at least a low 4. So Iron Flame, this is the second in the Fourth Wing series. So to tell you about this book, I feel like I would definitely give some spoilers to Fourth Wing if you haven't seen it. But Iron Flame. Okay, the next book, I love this book so much. I have suggested it to you guys on this channel and on my book talk channel and on my Facebook page, which I will be linking in the description, my Facebook group. But I love this book. It is Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I love this book. I almost rated it 5 stars. It came very close for me, but again, I'm very strict on my 5 stars and 6-star reads. It's got to be like the creme de la creme in order to get a 5-star or a 6-star from me. So it did not get that, but it came very close. If you don't know what Serpent and the Wings of Night is about, it is about basically think Hunger Games, but with vampires and one human girl. And whoever wins gets one wish, whatever they want, granted. And the male, this is the enemies of enemies to lovers. And I love this book very much. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it. Carissa, fantastic job. The next up in the books that I have physically is one of the first books that I've ever read since reading. So if you are new to this channel, I just started reading in June of 2023 after dealing with dyslexia for a long time. And I never thought that I'd be able to read just because it was always so difficult for me. And then one day I went to my sister's house, or no. So then one day I decided to, so then, I don't even know how to say this. So then I was at my sister's house, and we were talking about books, and I knew that she loved Colleen Hoover, and so she let me borrow this book just to give it a shot and see if I could get into reading. And I ended up loving this book, but then like there were some trigger warnings, and the trigger warnings weren't, like, she didn't list the trigger warnings in this book, and so I think that is another reason why it was only 4-star reads for me. But also I feel like it was lacking in some areas. However, it did get me into reading, so it deserved at least a 4-star. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is a great book. I love it. I haven't read the second one yet, to be honest. I need to get into it because I know that they are about to make a movie? Is it a movie or a TV show? I know they're about to do something for this book, so I need to read this one, or I need to read the second one. I've already read this one. Into this, Colleen Hoover. I feel like I talk a lot. People are texting me out the wazoo. Okay. Now on to the books that I do not have physically, but I have read on Libby, Audible, Kindle, etc. One of them is A Wrinkle in Time. This book, I watched the movie as a kid, the 2003 version, which is the OG, the really good one. The new one, it's okay. Anyways, so A Wrinkle in Time, I saw it on Libby and it was available to listen to, so I picked it up, and I picked it up at 6 o'clock this morning and finished it. I think I finished it an hour ago and it's noon. So it was a great book. I love it. Shout out to the 90s babies. I'm sure you've seen the movie. And if you haven't, get it. Next up is The Summer I Turned Pretty series. I was in my deer stand and I finished this whole series except, well, I finished the first two. Loved them. They were great. Yeah. Anyways, I'm like blowing through these. I'm sorry that I'm not reading the blurbs on my non-physical ones. They're 4-star reads, but like I don't remember everything about them. I don't remember the names, so I don't want to dishonor you guys by not giving you, or dishonor the authors by not giving you like the best type of blurb reading. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Next up is All Mine. I know the author. Okay. Next up is All Mine by Blake Pierce. This was like one of my random Kindle reads that I got on my Stuff Your Kindle Day. I love this book. It had me hooked the entire time. Pick it up, buy it. Trust me, just do it. Okay. Next up, but very not least, is Belladonna. I loved Belladonna. It was lacking in some areas, so I didn't get a 5-star, but I did very much love this book. I think that the author did such a great job. I think her name is Adeline Grace. Okay. Belladonna by Adeline Grace. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, my lighting went away. That's fun. But actually, I kind of like this more. Do you know what I mean? So Belladonna was a phenomenal book. I'm sure that if you were in the book community or the book talk community, you have heard about this book. I like it. Some people don't like it. I enjoyed it. I had fun reading it. So, yeah. Alright guys, that is all of my 4-star reads for you guys, since again I did just start reading in June of 2023, so that is all the 4 stars that I have for you guys. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned. Bye!